Good evening everyone and thanks for joining us. I'm Craig Wardman and you're watching Later on 10. And over the next 6 weeks we're going to be out and about all over London finding out what the Olympics coming to our capital city will really mean to you. Next to movies, we all love them. From the silent films of Chaplin to Clooney's modern-day Rat Pack in the Ocean series, Hollywood has always loved a star, but a reckoning may be looming. Zoe, in terms of all the money that's in the game now, the Premier League's changed so much in the last 15 years. How do you think so much money is changing football?
Well, we've seen it, haven't we, in this last week. I mean, it's pretty dramatic.
What do you think of Richard Branson's idea of travelling to the moon and taking tourists with him?
In essence, I think it's a brilliant idea. I mean, it's a world that hasn't really been conquered before.
You meet the Premiership managers week in, week out. How much pressure do you find they're under now?
Well, it obviously depends. They say it's a results business, and that's totally how you see it when you're interviewing them.
But you know, my favourite is this one. It's Richard Madeley at number 16. He shows us how to waffle for too long. Watch this.
I suppose this is a logical point to talk about the biggest crisis in your marriage and career, really, which is the Lewinsky affair.
Now, the government's committed over £9.5 billion to making sure that this event is a major success. But is it already a complete waste of money? Or could this truly be our chance to relaunch London as the 21st century place to be? We're going to find out. Now, deals offering top actors, directors, producers even a share of the gross revenue from a film have risen steadily in recent years, which last year alone cost Hollywood over $3 billion. Stars we love like Tom Cruise, they're typically guaranteed $20 million for a role, and they're also entitled to 20% of the studio slice of the worldwide gross. So to give you an example, Cruise recently made $95 million from Mission Impossible 3, which he starred in and of course produced. Good film. The film, though, took just under $400 million at the global box office. Can you believe that? Brilliant. Would you want Richard Madeley at your dinner table at Christmas? Fantastic. Now, you can catch 100 TV Treats this Sunday evening, 9 o'clock on Channel 4. I mean, you were interviewing him the other day, a lot going on at the club there. Just in a couple of words there, what's the future for Aston Villa?
Well, this is an interesting one. It's a lot different, and a lot of people do say it's more of the classical model.
Catch that later in the series. But to kick things off, we're going to meet the head of planning to see exactly what our city is going to look like on the launch day. Don't miss it. See you after the break. So could this signify the end of the movie star? Well, we've got Karina Coleman investigating, and she sent us this report to find out why. Plus, we're going to be, you got to see this, we're going to be looking at the latest dating craze using video phones. Hope to see you then. Have a great weekend. See you next week. Good night.